How do we get to this point of our TV show? Let's find out. Grand Casino Rookie Championship, Randy.
I had a great match in match number 1. Francois Lavoie, Jason Belmonte. Belmonte, floor 7-10. Second ball in the 10th. Looked like he was going to lose, but Francois gets 8, spare 9. Belmonte advances by 1 pin. Belmonte then takes on the lefty, Grand Fall. Who would have thought Belmonte was going to shoot 161? Well, guess what? He did. Grand Fall shoots 249, throwing the last 5 to take out the reigning player of the year. And then in game number 3, it was all Sean Rash. He got off to a red-hot start throwing the front forward, and he never looked back. Caught a late double. He takes down Grand Fall 224 to 205.
Setting up our championship match, Malott and Rash. Seeds 1 and 2, but only one can take home the 2016 PBA Badger Open from here in suburban Detroit. That trophy, big prize money awaits the winner. Titles between them. Longtime PBA star Sean Rash, now called Chicagoland his home. Family, they see Sean off to a great start.
Guys, I see Sean is poised to win again. Whether or not he does, well, we'll have to wait and see, but he looks like he's firing on all cylinders. He looks like he's ready to win. He looks good physically. He looks good mentally. Problem is, he has to take on this guy.
39 years old.
Oh, no.
35 wins on TV. Where didn't like it. Comes in high in a 7-pin count in his first shot.
First shot jitters. Right there.
That's what you can't do.
See if he can cover. Yes, he can. Let's take a look at our tough spare replay brought to you by Hammer. Chris and Randy, what do you think here?
Well, he covers it correctly with covering all 3 with a bowling ball. I mean, that's textbook. You can make it the other way. I wouldn't recommend it, but
no, that's PBA kryptonite right there.
Yeah, it is.
610.
Yeah, and then if you want to add a little bit more suspense to it, throw the 9-pin in there with it.
Not on this pattern. You don't get part of that one.
Four-pin there for Wes.
His ball's creating way more shape.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you say shape, Chris, because I asked when we talked to Wes, he said, you know, normally this 52-foot pattern doesn't fit his eye because he likes to create shape.
Well, I think it plays to his advantage, obviously, that's in the last match versus an earlier one. They've broken down a lot. Sean playing, his aim is very direct and playing to the right of him should be helping him. If Wes can get lined up in time, he'll be able to give Sean a run for his money, but Sean is lined up, and he got a strike on that left lane, which is a tough one for him.
Lined up, yes, agreed. Shot 224 the last game, opening in the 10th. Okay, so we'll give him 230. He makes a spare. Does he have enough in terms of ball reaction to shoot over 230? And that wasn't me. That was him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think 230. I think 230 is still a really good game.
Okay.
Because of the friction in the front, further left, and Wes has already given him two frames up here to start with. If it takes him one more shot to line up and say the left lane, now he's 4 frames in without a double. It's going to be hard to get to 230.
All 10 down for Sean. Now look here, guys.
This is top notch. Once again, posting the shot up perfectly, very end over end, minimizing the transition that's going on in the lane right now. Everybody else is getting caught up in it. He's just striking and then flat 10ing off small moves. He has very little moves. Certainly a mistake I made in qualifying this week. I actually got around it a little bit more, away from really my strengths anyway, and really hurt me in the qualifying. And a common thread among these guys is 1, symmetrical bowling balls, and 2, as end over end is in their skill set.
It's all matching up pretty well for Sean Rash. No question about it. Right, that 1-3 pocket. Gene and Diane, Sean's parents here.
Stay focused on yourself. Come on.
Sarah and 3-year-old Kaylee. I notice Kaylee has moved to Grandma's lap. There she is. Got the doll. You don't have little girls, so.
No.
You guys are getting older now. You're twin boys. Can't believe it.
Freshman high school already.
Can't be right. Westbrook. 7-pin. Everything but go down.
Yeah, that's always nice to have happen to you, especially when your opponent starts off with the front 3 and you flush it and leave a stone 7.
Technically a little bit high, but
oh, hey,
just
now you're being picky.
yeah, they're not that easy.
All right, guys, time for the track tech talk.
Well,
Break down his game here.
Barnsey, in my opinion, Westmont creates a unique ball rotation because of what he does at the bottom of the swing. Now take a look at his fingers, and they're easy to see because he's got yellow tape on those fingers. Look how he tilts that wrist to the inside part of the ball and then starts to rotate around it and then ends up back up the back end. It creates a very unique ball rotation.
The Marshall Homan of this generation.
It's incredible.
Yeah, no one else does really what he does.
No.
It makes the rev rate look so big with so effortless through the front lane.
How good is that out of his hand, though? Seriously.
When he gets it going, it really does make it from a lot of different places.
I mean, you know, and you being a student of the game, have you ever sat back behind him, maybe taken video of Wes Malott and tried to create or duplicate what he does?
I've just been envious of it mostly.
Gotcha. All right.
It's really so
I'm with
unique
you.
because he's a big guy. He gets way over in front,
Right.
which we don't really recommend, but then he digs back in with his legs. Now, when his knee got hurt, wasn't the same bowler for a while. Knees are getting better, not quite where he wants them, but it's stopped him from being as dominant.
Go.
It did go all right. Wow, 60 feet to success. Sean Rash shreds the rack.
I think by go, he meant go faster.
Yeah.
that was on 17 at about 40 feet.
Yes, sir. That was the hard one right at the 1-3.
Wow.
Now, can he throw the next one and get back into the right pace?
All right.
4 in a row. Start the match. This looks familiar.
Busy
For the
mind.
front 5.
He has a busy mind. It's always been. It's been a challenge for him. Deep breaths, get it slowed back down.
From one busy mind to another.
His wife watches closely. And the 4-pin.
Chris, and I say that with all due respect. And if you say with all due respect, you can say whatever you want. But you know, you've had a great Hall of Fame career, but you've had a busy mind at times as well. What do you do when you're really good? You're good mentally as well. What's the difference? How do you change that?
It's really about focusing on a couple of things. I don't believe that in the zone thing really happens for certain brain types. So for me, it's about concentrating on one thing that occupies it.
Gotcha.
And keeps everything else
Kind
out
of
of
fills
play.
the space.
When it starts jumping around, that's when bad things happen.
But would you not agree that when you're at your best, there's very little conscious thought process?
It's all, but it's primarily I can keep it focused on one thing.
Gotcha.
Very focused on that. Breathing a lot, honestly, is.
Is it just a distraction, a deterrent?
Yeah, it's one of the things that preoccupies you.
Like it all. And the light hit results in the 2-10.
Thought that was going to be the shot to turn this match around right here.
And it was just bad out of his hand,
Yeah,
and
and
it
this
doesn't
is-
look comfortable.
Which you were talking about earlier about him wanting to open up his angles, and that one got away. He goes a little bit further left. His swing tucks a little bit more in behind him. When he does that, it naturally feeds to the right faster. On this, that's death.
Yep.
So here's what Chris is talking about. Watch the figure 8 and Wes Malott swing. Swing comes out, tucks to the inside, and if he tucks it too much, he's going to project too far right.
Sixth frame and a 10-pin.
Chris, I always thought that's what made Weber so good. There wasn't a whole lot of thinking going on there. He put the ball in his hand, and he looked at his target, and he threw it. And, I mean, his motion is so efficient anyway that there wasn't a big thought process going through it, and he never really got in his own way.
I agree.
Guys, Sean Rash in great shape. 43-pin lead. Looking for a title today in Detroit. Badger Open Trophy. Who's going to win it? Sean Rash in great shape. Moments ago, Sean having some fun there with Dennis McCamery, our MC here, PBA Fall Swing. It's okay to have a couple laughs. We got this big a lead, Chris. Is that a nice way to relax in a TV break? Would you do things like that?
Yeah, somebody who runs a little high stress like that, he wants to be more relaxed. He's gone from that way. From the Rainier, we're talking about different ways guys adjust to the nervousness. And everybody gets nervous on TV. He's gone to trying to be a little more low key, making it less important.
Sixth frame, works on a spare, up by 5 pins. Wow.
Barnesy, every time he said go, it's gone.
It sure has.
In revisiting the mental part of it, I think one of the things that makes you so great and help this Hall of Fame career on is you're so good mentally, and you're such a technician that there was almost no way they could shut you out. You're always going to find a way. When it came to TV time, you bowled your best when you found a way to focus, like you said, on one certain thing. I don't think Sean Rash is that far off because we watch him compete on a lot of different patterns. He bowls good on just about everything, and then he gets to television, the same kind of thing. I think it's a great point you make, trying to get his mind to focus in a certain direction.
Wide right, but still an 8-pin count, just a 1-2 up.
Whoops.
What say you to that, Chris?
Yeah, and that's just letting one get away. He's thinking about the title here, would be my guess.
So,
I mean, again, this is only by my own experiences. You're way ahead. You got your lined up. Things are going pretty well, and it slips away from the present moment to somewhere else.
I think that's absolutely perfect. Chris Barnes, beautiful mind, ladies and gentlemen.
Every blessing is a curse. Wes is great. Wes is great at getting angles, but today the angles are not great. But you talk about the same thing. Pete, he's fantastic on TV. Got a million shows. He uses anger to chase away.
Exactly.
He's not an angry, mad individual. He's not the nicest guy but he needs to be there to chase away the other stuff.
Right.
To hyper focus himself.
Yeah, it's a great point that you make. Right now, Malott's having about as much fun as a colonoscopy. He can't wait for this to get over. Can't get to the pocket enough. When he does, he doesn't strike. He's got 1 strike through 7 frames, and the big guy is not having a whole lot of fun.
Really good thing that Dave and I don't know for those yet. So,
something to avoid, I think. Tom Strobel, owner of Thunderbolt Lanes here in Allen Park. Great to see Tom here. He and his staff just a fantastic job. Historic building. We're in the arena as it's known. What a setting here. Yeah. Great crowd.
Great history here. He's done a nice job of hosting us. Great room, great space here in this building.
I did an exhibition with Wes.
Get amped up on this pattern.
About a month ago, 5 weeks ago. We did an exhibition at Lackland Air Force Base. It was myself, Wes, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, A.J. Johnson, and we bowled a little 2-game match, the old folks against the young guys. And Wes started with the front 18. Shot 300 the first game. And
You said the front 18, right? You just said that.
The front 18.
Wow.
Yeah, so 300 and then the first 6 the next game. So
Better than most.
Amazing.
yeah, and Carolyn and I just kind of looked at each other and said, "Oh, yeah, this is fun."
Not our day.
Sean on a 229 pace really has everything he needs right here. He just has to make quality shots down the stretch. It's going to be fine, but he's got to stay focused on the moment for just a little bit longer.
Stay in the moment, just like you said. Don't start thinking ahead.
Got to finish. And with shots like that, he's going to do it. Wow.
Title's his if he does exactly what you said, Chris. Stay focused,
First one,
stay in the
please.
moment. Don't look ahead. You get your 1 strike away from winning your 10th title and securing your place in the Hall of Fame.
And I guarantee you, at some point during this match, all of those things have gone through his
Yeah.
mind at least once, and that's where you have to bring yourself back.
What do you say, baby?
Getting double-figure titles. That means consideration for the Hall of Fame. In his 11th year. Sure liked it for good reason.
Refocused, came back after that errant shot, Chris, and that's really all it was. The match wasn't really close, and it's easy to wander.
Yeah, it is easy to get out of there. West can still shoot 215, so technically not completely shut out, but at this point we're just a few pins away. He knew he threw that one good too. That was the old post up. That's one of the Norm's moves right there.
Yeah,
Stand
those
there and
back-to-back jacks.
Money
Watch
shot.
it. It's high.
and West just
West
never
a
getting
lot.
comfortable. That first shot overhooking,
Yeah.
and then
Agreed. And by his own admission, he said, you know, this is not the pattern for me.
It's official. Sean Rash has won this title. Emotional moment for Sean. And the career win. He told us yesterday, has good memories of that first career title in Parkersburg, West Virginia, 10 years ago. He had to make 2 210s and a washout. Converted those. Shot 240. Beat Mike Scroggins and then Mike Devaney for the championship. And that was number 1. This will be number 10 here today in Allen Park. Wife Sarah, 3-year-old Kaylee. Boy, they love it. His dad's bringing home the title.
Big West is going to be back. And it's just, there's so much good in that game and so much good in that hand. And when he gets, we get back on that roll there, and we got some big tournaments coming up, and he's going to make another run at some tournaments.
My concern is his knees. His right knee, I think, is the big issue right now. He's already had 1 knee surgery. He's worked on trying to keep some of the weight off. The biggest killer for knees, and I know it firsthand, is weight. You start putting extra weight on, and you don't keep the quads strong enough, the knees start to suffer. And Wes is still a young man experiencing knee issues.
And the mortal lock, striking out the 10th when you shut out. But here you go. Sean matches West's total, I believe. They both now have 10 titles, and it's a pretty good feeling to get that 10th title, qualify yourself for the Hall of Fame, and do it by lapping. You get to really enjoy the 10th frame and the victory lap.
He deserves it. I don't think there's anybody out here that's surprised, including myself. I'm watching him this week, watching the last couple of weeks during the fall swing. I mean, he's looked so solid and so good.
The speed control thing's big because it wasn't one of his strengths.
Yeah, great.
Before at all, and so what he's doing today wasn't impossible, even during his run 3 or 4 years ago. He's rounding out his game. He's becoming more complete. Family rounds out your overall importance and your priorities. It takes a little pressure off of what happens out here, I think. And this is it's a pretty nice performance. 2 big games today on a pattern where a lot of guys struggled to put 2 games together.
Reed,
for sure.
Remember I asked you, does he have 230 in him? How about 259?
259, 195, and Sean Rash, once again, is a PBA Tour champion.
Thank you, Detroit.
Family's going to come celebrate.
Come here.
Kaylee on the way. Oh,
Stand
goodness,
down.
she okay?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no, dear. Oh,
Hey,
she
you hold the
fell on the
trophy?
way out. She was hurrying. I think she'll be okay. Well, Dad's got you now. It's all right, honey.
Hey. Guess what? Daddy won.
Sean Rash wins today in Allen Park. Here in Detroit, Sean Rash, no problem with West Malott, the top seed, 259, 195. He posts that beautiful strike to wrap it up for his 10th career title. PBA Fall Swing Overview, Tom Doherty, 2nd career title. Same for E.J. Tackett, winning the PBA Bear Open. And the Badger Open goes to Sean Rash, former PBA Player of the Year. Joined now, lane level, by Randy Peterson.
Thanks, Dave. Sean Rash, first of all, congratulations. Just a masterful performance. I've watched you for the last 3 weeks, bowling on 3 different patterns, and it's no big surprise. What was the biggest change for you coming into this event?
Well, the biggest thing, Randy, is I battled a hand injury from November to June. I popped a muscle on my right hand. It was some tendonitis. I don't even know what it was, to be honest. But we've done a grip change since Lubbock or Jonesboro, one of those extra frame tour stops, and it's been a combination of a lot of people, not just myself. Chuck Gardner, Billy Orlikowski, Cecil, Ryan Mao, basically the whole family of Brunswick, and even guys out here on tour, from going from no grips to grips, just trying to take a lot of pressure off my hand and just let it come off it instead of, I'm getting a little older, 34 now,
Yeah.
and can't do the things I used to do. You know that feeling. So, but it was just, this pattern was keeping it in front of me, filling frames. I was more upset missing that 10 pin in the semifinal match than any other shot I threw in those 2 games. And after that, I went over there and shot 10 pins and just tried to make sure if I left one, I made it. So it's a lot of hard work from a lot of people, and very excited to get to number 10. I want to really thank our sponsors, Tom Strobel and Thunder Bowl, for all they do for us.
10 years ago, you won your first title. 10 years later, it's number 10. Hall of Fame eligibility. Congratulations on a great day.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, everybody, for watching. CBS Sports Night, thank you so much. Brunswick, you're the best. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean Rash. Fun to watch him win a title today. Be sure to be with us next week. The PBA Detroit Open at 9 Eastern. And beginning on Friday, log on to PBA's Extra Frame video subscription service to check out the preview show for next week's PBA Detroit Open. Congratulations to Sean Rash, winner of the 2016 PBA Badger Open. For my partner, Randy Peterson, and PBA star Chris Barnes, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Thunder Bowl lanes. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to CBSSports.com. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.